Okay. Well, we'll give that a second. Hmm. Keegan, welcome back. Yeah, okay, let's get this started before anyone else cuts out
Oh
or...
man, I could feel me cutting out.
Oh
Um,
no, okay, so last week. um, where did we get to last week? Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, so we picked up with you guys in the sewers, right? Is that where we started last week? Not
no.
last week, week
That's where we
before. Yeah.
started.
Okay, just double checking that's where we started. I couldn't remember if we had a session between that or not. um, yeah, that lines up. Okay, so you guys managed to get into the sewers after falling into the river after that whole lovely ordeal. You made your way down the sewers after reconnecting with each other to a what appeared to be some sort of dilapidated living quarters, sort of a long, tall building uh, that had some sort of, nice furniture. Um, the roof was collapsed. You guys stayed the night there, woke up, and started exploring what at least two of you know as the sector, the part of Blackbriar that is separated from the main city, which used to be where the government lived and operated out of. Um, Obviously, something happened because everything is in perhaps not ruin, but obvious disrepair, and it is not being used, nor has it been for a while. You guys, in your travels trying to make it to one of the main gates, came across a house with a large reinforced wooden and iron door on it. Bypassing it the first time, You guys made your way to a gate where, after a brief investigation by Kazara, discovered two guards on the other side of the gate. So, planning around that, you guys went back to the reinforced door to see if you could find something out. Opening it and making your way inside, following a chain to a mysterious, very emaciated and starved and somewhat beaten person in a closet who turned out to be none other than Ed Stone, who is looking at you through eyes of confusion and well, fear, honestly. I believe we ended off with Kazara kneeling down to tilt the stranger's face up to look at his own. So we are going to pick up right there. So, Kazara, you've got your hand on the other side of this very bony. You can feel how loose the skin is on this man who you honestly just barely recognize as Ed Stone. He does not look like the way you saw him only a day prior.
Son of a bitch. Lads, you might want to take a look at this.
I go take
So
a
come
look
take
at
a look at
this.
this.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah, you guys, I'd say, Rin, you recognize him faster, simply due to your passives, but both of you do recognize this individual as Ed Stone after probably a little bit of like, well, who is that? It's really the eyes that gives it away.
So am I going insane? Or is that who I think it is?
He's kind of flipping his eyes between all of you now. And Kazara, he's going to try and kind of whip his head out of your hand and kind of cower back into the corner of the room, facing away from you guys. Are you going to let that happen, or?
No, I'm going to hold his neck. Yeah, I'm going to... if he's whipping out, there's nothing I can do.
Well, basically, like, if he's gonna try and... Are you gonna contest his movement, or are you gonna just let him kind of...
No.
Okay. Then yeah, he does that. He kind of, slams his... not slam, I suppose, but rips his hand out of Kazara's grasp and cowers into the corner of the room, and you can hear him mumbling to himself, just, "Why did he send you? Why did he send you?"
Oh. I've no pity for the bastard. He's got what's coming. Now let's look for that map.
Damn. Yeah, so.
And I leave the room and start looking for the map.
Okay.
A map, rather.
Yeah. What do you two do?
I honestly have no idea. I must have not been in such a good state that day, because I don't remember ever actually encountering someone.
Okay.
I remember at the
right
end
at the
you
end.
were...
Yeah.
You were falling out of it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right at the end of the last session, you guys went back to the reinforced door. Rin saw a chain running from one doorway across the hallway to the other doorway, and it moved slightly. So you guys entered the room, followed the chain to a closed door, opened that door, and this figure was inside.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You guys originally were looking for, I guess, a map of the sector.
I'm just gonna keep my eye on him.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
He's just kind of cowering in a corner. He's still his leg is he's wearing a very heavy kind of metal like iron shackle on his leg, which is attached to the end of the chain. And he's just kind of cowering in the corner right now.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm keeping my eye on him.
Okay.
I use minor illusion and say why.
Just why?
Yeah, well, because I'm like, if you think about it, so it lasts a minute, but it's just a repeating of a sound. So it's like really anything I can fit in 6 seconds. I feel like is fair, and then it repeats. So that's why I'm like in bursts.
Okay. No, that's fine. Um, you say why, and he kind of still not looking at you. Just kind of hear him saying why, just under his breath. He's like, why, just quietly to
I'm gonna
himself.
leave why on repeat, I guess.
Okay.
Why? 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 All right, fucker.
Yeah, no, he's very out of sorts.
I can't believe I really have to spell this out. Why are you here? As I'm wiggling my fingers.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, give me a sec. Okay. He just kind of he's still kind of huddled in that corner and he shudders and he kind of glances over his shoulder at you. Um Makes very brief eye contact, I suppose, and then kind of whips his eyes around, um, back to his nice little corner. Um, and he's gonna ask you the same question. He just kind of still in that kind of repetitive mutter, kind of just, why are you here? Why are you here?
We were looking for a map of this place.
He kind of does that same glance back at you, but he maintains his eye contact a little longer. And he kind of looks at you, and he's making eye contact. He kind of sizes you up, almost looks you up and down, and he's going to kind of start like pushing himself away from the wall towards you. Where are you standing, actually?
In the doorway, I suppose.
Okay. And he takes his hand and he starts reaching it out towards you.
I guess I hold out the hand that's not the one I use for wiggling, my left hand.
And he kind of like slaps her hand and rips his hand back towards himself and kind of keeps it close, um, like he's waiting for something to happen. Um, and then obviously when nothing does happen, he just kind of looks back up at you and Thogak and Clockwork, who's still standing, I imagine, behind you guys. And kind of to himself at first, and then loud enough for you guys to hear you, he mutters at you, Are you Ryu?
Unfortunately.
of course is real, numbnuts.
You're not one of his.
Who's him?
He looks kind of blank.
I mean, I suppose you mean the one impersonating you, but who is he?
He's Okay, so are all of you three standing there, or Kazara, did you walk off?
No, because
I
Zara
walked
said
off.
he went to go look for a map.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he looks kind of he's kind of just switching his gaze between you two and Clockwork, kind of all three of your eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of like he's trying to, like, we'll just say, incite you. He's not making a roll or anything, but it looks like he's trying to glean something, I suppose. And then he says, not sure. He would appear as a friend. But with him, appearances are deceiving.
How long have you been here?
He stops to think about this for a moment. You see his kind of almost like his consciousness, his consciousness kind of shift from, his eyes kind of back into his head, if that makes sense. Like you see him kind of zone out as he kind of looks down and he looks at his hands. Just dirty, unclean. His nails are jagged and like they've been, bitten off at various lengths, and still looking at his hands, he says back to you, I lost count around a year ago. Might have been longer.
Hmm. You know why? Beyond the obvious wanting to take over your face.
He kind of very slowly looks back at you, Ren, kind of squinting his eyes, trying to get a better look, I suppose. Who did you say you were again?
I didn't. But you weren't in much position to ask. What does he want?
I don't know. And he kind of shuffles back into his closet, kind of into the corner away from you.
You don't know or you don't want to tell me?
Just kind of under his breath again, shaking a little bit and looking away from you. You just hear him muttering, just, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know.
I look back at Thogak. I shrug.
I shrug back.
I stand up and I turn your hand over and put it up into a high five position, and then high five you and walk past you and tap you on the ass.
Okay.
If you don't, and then if a second goes by and I realize you don't get the hit, and I go, all right, tag in, your turn.
I crack my knuckles.
He if you actually do that, the second you do that, he kind of balls up even more and just pushes into the corner, very obviously anticipating a blow.
Look, I think he's going to be useless.
I look at you, Thogak. It takes real effort for me to say anything now. I don't hurt him. Just try to convince him to stop being crazy enough to talk.
Mm. Do you think maybe you could take a minute, not be so hyperactive, and maybe you could tell us what happened and everything?
You talking to Stone?
Yeah.
I can imagine Thogak, he trundles off, crouches down, still fills up this whole fucking Harry Potter doorway. Do you think you can calm down?
Yeah, calm down.
So hyperactive.
I mean, that's kind of the best Thogak can do, you know?
I know that, and Rin knows that. It's just, there's a lot of effort that goes into talking, and I'm still not over that. So I'm just gonna go have a mini mental breakdown in the corner. Just small enough so no one will see, but I can still have it.
Yep.
So Thogak. He doesn't quite look at you. This large shadow that's blocking the light from entering the already dim room.
Yeah.
But he stops mumbling to himself, so I guess that's something. And then you just kind of hear him, assuming he's speaking to you but not looking at you. He just says, "I can't trust you."
Yeah, well, you killed a friend, and, killed a few kids. Who knows what else? Knocked down a tower. So, I think we don't give a shit about your trust.
What are you talking about? And he does kind of turn his head to look at you. Kind of like...
You?
I haven't done any of those things.
Yeah, you have.
Ooh.
I saw you.
And I turn
Thogak
around.
obviously does not understand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
clearly.
and I turn around,
Clearly.
and I'm like, Thogak, no, that wasn't him.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I'm pretty sure it's like a doppelganger.
A topple what now?
They're creatures with semi-permeable. God, that's a hard word to do with fingers. Hold on. Semi-permanent. Semi-permanent. Son of a bitch! I'm all finger
That worked
tied.
fine.
They can change the way their skin looks and impersonate people. They have them all over the Fey realm.
But we're not in the Fey realm.
Yeah, well, they also are in the Shadowfell, and this place is
We're not in the Shadowfell.
We remember remember that thing we learned. We're in a place where that kind of shit can happen, and I spit a lot.
And there's magic green stones.
Yes, remember? So weird shit's happening.
Yeah.
He's part of the weird shit happening. So that one,
So,
although he
I
may
look
be
back
an
to him.
asshole, he didn't do all the
So,
things that we're mad about.
Weird shit. How did you get here?
Who are you? And why isn't his mouth moving? He points at Rin. Kind of
Oh
like
yeah, I'm
turns away a little
blatantly
bit.
not moving my mouth.
Yeah. I figured as much.
I am a Goliath. And I am named Thogak. And he doesn't speak with words anymore. Because of, well, maybe not you.
It's a long story that's definitely leaving no mental scars.
Exactly.
As you can tell, I'm sounding just fine through these fingers. No hint of depression at all.
Error 404. Sarcasm module, not installed. Yeah, no, he just is looking, I mean, confused now. It's kind of like a confused fear. And then he kind of turns away from you, Thorak, like full like Smeagol Gollum style, just kind of starts like you assume talking to himself. You just kind of between like mutters and whispers, you just hear like, why would he send them here? Yeah.
No one sent us.
And he turns back to look at you and like, why are you here?
Because we ran and found ourselves in the sewer.
The other you dropped our house on us.
I can't believe he's about to say this. It's not making any sense. Oh god.
Really? Let me clear this up. Answer the question. That's all.
By the way, is my chewing really loud in this headphones?
Not really loud, no, but
Not
it is
terrible.
noticeable.
We can hear
I'll
it.
try to mute myself when I'm not talking.
But you're already muted.
I hate you.
Oh snap! He went there. Thogek, he looks back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the words. Um, I'll answer your question if you can prove that he didn't send you.
Who is he?
He, the one who brought me here, you. If you
I did
are
not
with
bring
him.
you How do I prove it?
I don't know.
Well, if I was with him, I'm sure I would know how to disprove it. But since I am not, I have no idea.
If I was with him, would I do this? And I use an action to cast minor illusion. All right, now this is if you will allow me.
Well, tell me what you're gonna try and do first.
Exactly. So this is what I'm gonna try to do. To use, it's like the in between of two words in a song, which is actually the verbal component for Eldritch Blast. Right?
Mm.
And that goes for a minute. I want that on loop because it's not a concentration thing. And then I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so how are you doing that again? Sorry, just one more time.
So with minor illusion, I can create a sound,
Yeah.
or words, or voice.
Yeah.
What I'm creating is the verbal component for Eldritch Blast.
For Eldritch Blast. Okay.
Flavor-wise, it's like the in-between of two words in a song. Looks like the end of one word and the beginning of the next.
Okay.
And then, because I'm going to put that on loop for a minute, and then try to cast Eldritch Blast.
Sorry, just give me 1 second. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna have spellcast. I just gotta prime it 1 turn in advance every time.
1 turn in advance. I was trying to find a way to let you use some sort of like minor illusion or something like that, but it's kind of tricky because that's a cantrip. So like, we'll work with that.
I let that through. I put the flute up to my mouth. I play it, and as I play, it looks like the flute grows with the wind until Eldritch Blast shoots out the end, and I want to hit the chain.
Okay. Where are you shooting the chain? It runs from his ankle. It's kind of coiled up around his ankle, and then it runs out of this room into the room you guys came through.
Yeah, outside of the room he's in, like
Okay.
just a piece that's clear of him, so he's not scared.
Well, he's probably about to crap his pants anyways with Eldritch Blast. He just hears a song for like a minute and then just Okay. I
You want to roll attack?
roll to attack, and we'll kind of use that to see how effective it is. We'll just.
I got 25.
Okay, so you
I rolled a
fucking
19.
nail the chain. Okay. One thing I wanted to check. Okay.
8 damage.
Eight damage, you say? Okay, yeah, I'll say that's enough to not entirely sever the chain, but it kind of breaks one of the links. It bends it enough to where it wouldn't be hard to like reach down and just like unkink it, I suppose.
Good news, Eldritch Blast comes with 2.
Hey.
Second attack is a 17.
Okay, yeah, that's enough damage aside. It's basically broken anyways. Yeah, so the chain's severed. and he's still sitting there.
Pull the chain up.
Are you trying to bring him with it?
No, 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 no. I'm telling him.
Oh,
Pull your chain up.
he looks at you and then hesitantly does start kind of pulling the chain towards him.
Eventually, he'll find an end.
Yeah, no, he does. He gets the end. And he's looking at it and looking at you inquisitively, I suppose.
If he sent us, would we do that?
He's done it before. Made me think I
Oh,
was
well,
escaping.
fuck you then.
Only to prove me wrong.
Oh, well, fuck you then. If that's not gonna do it, I'm leaving. I walk out of the room.
Hold up 1 second, though. Roll me a persuasion.
Now, I wasn't saying that at you, Josh. I was saying that in character.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But roll me a persuasion for that action, because there is something that might clue him in.
19.
Okay, 19. Fucking dice tray, get out of that shit. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, sorry. 1 moment. No, get out of there. What the fuck is inside? Okay. Okay, yeah. You say that, and do you, like, turn to walk away?
Yes.
Okay. You, hear the chain rattling as you turn to walk away, and, Thogak, you're still standing there, I assume. With the chain kind of picked up, and he's holding the extra length of it in his hands, he kind of manages to shuffle up and stand, actually.
Okay.
He's just kind of looking at, I guess, the both of you, really.
Listen. Who I can assume to be Ed. I have no stake in you. You can either be useful and give us information, or we can leave you here. I don't want to drag around a useless body.
He,
Information is the best currency.
he, kind of looks at the chain in his hands, and he looks back at you. I really don't know who he is, but well, shit. He came to the city not too long ago, and promised to help me take care of the people who ran this city before we took over. And he
What do you
did.
ask for in return?
He didn't say. He just said I'd know it when I saw it. Not terribly long after he locked me up in here.
Over a year you've been locked up. He hasn't come down to gloat about his plan once?
Never to gloat. Sometimes he brings food, or someone does. I don't know. I don't know. And he kind of.
You don't know a lot of things.
Well, I would say it seems I've been kept in the dark. He says, looking at his closet.
Ed, that's a decent enough down payment, and that might get you a trip out of here. But that's not my full payment. You understand me? When this thing is said and done, I'm gonna have a lot of questions about a lot of things. Something that a Thieves Guild leader will have access to. So when this is all said and over and you're back up there and we can get that straightened out and probably kill your doppelganger who tried to kill us, you are going to answer every question I have free. Freely given.
Well, I can't promise that I'll know the answers.
No, but you'll know where to get it.
If you get me out of here with my life, I'll do what I can.
Alright. Clockwork, see what you can do for his physical well-being. If you don't mind.
Yeah. You glance over at Clockwork and he's just like very like what the fuck is going on? Like kind of wide-eyed, just like he's looking at Stone right now, but that can't be because that Stone was back in. Well, how does this tie into the master? You know, like he's obviously yeah.
And like I snap
Hmm.
and I go, my father deals with stranger things in the bathroom. Keep it together.
Right. Right. And he steps up towards Stone and starts I mean, he's not like he doesn't have like any open wounds or anything, so there's
No,
not
but
much. Yeah.
I didn't know if he was poisoned, that he could have been suffering from diseases. Um,
No, from what you can tell, Clockwork's just like checking him out, but that's really
That's
the
fine.
extent of it.
And then I want to go find Kaz.
Okay, yeah. So we'll get to that. So Kaz, what have you been doing this whole time? Have you just been going around looking for like a map?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't told otherwise, so.
Yeah. Um. So we'll cover like a little bit of that before Ren comes to get you. So they're talking. Where are you going to go first? From here, you're kind of looking. What looks like a little cupboard under the stairs is where Stone is. To your right is a larger room, like a living room. Um, if you walk in there to the left, that's the hallway you guys came in through. If you cross the hallway, it's another room. You imagine, based on where the closet was, if you go left down the hallway, there's stairs somewhere there. Where are you going to look first?
Well, the living room.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I'm going to be walking through the entire house, so yeah.
Okay. Well, let's think about this. Trying to decide if that would be a perception or an investigation if you're like actively look around for clues versus. Okay, it'd be perception. So if you could give me a perception.
Hold on. My computer is chugging.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my internet seems lovely today. I just need you to roll the die. Come on. Whoops, we rolled a 1 on our API check.
Duh.
Okay. Perception. 13.
13. You do a pretty thorough search, and you do not seem to find a map. In the living room, um, in the which is just kind of full of tattered furniture, and it's been lived in, used, but it's just not obviously it hadn't been like cleaned or anything. Um, I guess that yeah. So this whole place smells pretty awful, like a person has been living here for quite some time without necessarily bathing. Um, room across the hallway appeared to be at one point some sort of like coffee or smoking room. You're not really sure. No map in there. Down the stair, down the hallway. Obviously, stairs on the left, so you take those up into kind of another hallway in the middle of the building, and about 3 rooms that split off of it. There does not appear to be a map in any of those 3 rooms, which just have kind of like broken or varied pieces of bedroom furniture in them. So we'll say about that time, Rin, you go looking for Kaz. You hear him stomping around upstairs.
I go walking around upstairs.
Yeah, okay, it's not hard to find him. We'll say he's in the backest room, so there's kind of a bedroom. Take a stairs. Left is a door at the end of the hallway in this building that opens. The door's open. You can hear Kaz rummaging around in there. And it is very, very dim in here.
Kaz. Fuck.
Yeah. What?
Find a map.
No, this place has been entirely useless.
Fuck. Well, we're gonna take this Ed Stone back up top with us, I think.
You're kidding me.
Now, I'm not exactly happy about it either, but if we have an Ed Stone, and there's another Ed Stone, it's at least gonna stir up questions. And we can get back at the guy who just dropped the fucking tower on us. Without this Ed Stone, it's kind of just our word versus theirs.
He's your job then. I want nothing to do with him.
Yeah, fair enough. Can you get the shackle off his leg?
Yeah. And I wander over to him. Not wander, but walk over to him and start lockpicking.
Okay, yeah, set a hand.
Another 13.
Okay. You are not successful in your efforts.
Okay, well, after 10 minutes, I try again.
Okay. um, I mean, he's got like a chain in his hands. After you fail the first time, he's unless you are going to be very persistent, he just kind of looks at you and moves his ankle away and just says, "I can walk."
You don't need to be walking around with a shackle on your leg.
I can hardly feel it anymore.
Fuck off. Sit down. Let me do this.
Fine. And he just kind of sits down. So we're gonna wait 10 minutes and try again. Yeah, okay.
Wait. I'm going to keep going.
Oh, okay. Well, give me another sleight of hand.
19?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So you kind of going in with the muscle memory from the first time, um, managed to break this particularly nasty padlock that's holding this ironclad chain around his leg. Um, and yeah, you pull it off, and his leg is pretty heavily scarred. All the stuff you'd expect from wearing something like that without any sort of like padding on. Um, all right, cool. Yeah, he just
Alright.
kind of like shakes it off and just kind of stands, kind of takes a step back from you and just like holding his chain, almost like a safety blanket, just kind of. Yeah. um,
You have no need of that chain anymore. Drop it.
he does kind of hesitantly put it down, and yeah, it falls to the floor at his feet.
Right, Rin. Your charge is waiting.
There's like a golf clap of applause. I'm not clapping my hands; it's just coming.
Snapping. Okay. So yeah, um, he just kind of looking all at you all. Clockwork is standing next to him. Just
Well,
sh-
this was mostly a loss. Still no closer to finding another way out.
well, what were you planning? Before you found me, that is.
We were finding a way out of this sector and out of the city, potentially.
Well,
But
I was going to get my friend first.
exactly.
And where are they? Pray tell.
Hopefully. Go ahead, Thurgak.
Either in the cellar of the Drunken Owl, or I assume wherever you would put them.
Well, it's didn't narrow it down much. How you plan to get out of here? Sector, I mean.
There's always the gate as a last resort.
Which one, north or south?
The east one. I'm
The
kidding.
east one? He's like, the.
I'm just gonna shrug.
Oh. Well, if he's impersonating me and he's doing it the way I do it, it's probably got them both guarded. kind of looks around for like
Yeah, well, this, here, and I pat my, great axe, makes short work of guards. If need be.
Fair enough. He looks at you, Thogak, like he's thinking. He's definitely just kind of like eyeing you up, like looking at your head all the way down to your toes, and then back up. And finally, breaking the silence, he says, "There might be another way, but it might get a little dicey for your giant friend here."
Right.
I can go invisible.
Can you?
I slap my forehead, like like face palms.
He kind of jolts when you like face palm, and he's like, "Oh, yeah." There's always the North Bridge. And Clockwork kind of looks at him. He's like, "No, the North Bridge is guarded." Stone looks at him and goes, "No, the North Bridge." Clockwork's like looking at him, kind of confused.
A question mark appears in front of me.
Question mark. Yeah, Clockwork looks at your question mark, so does Stone, and then Clockwork looks back at Stone, and kind of you see him do like the. In my head, and this is wrong because it's a different emotion, but I'm seeing like Flash from Zootopia when he gets the joke and he just kind of very slowly, like his expression, like, but instead of that, it's like a "oh no" kind of look, and Clockwork goes, "Oh, that is a terrible idea." He looks at Thogak as well.
What's the problem?
3 question marks.
Why did you look at me when there was a bad idea?
Because
it wasn't my idea.
No.
Not this time.
We just don't have very good options. The bridge he's talking about is an old I don't know what you'd call it, like sort of like a maintenance it's barely even a bridge really. It runs on the north wall of the city, over the river, at the northern entrance. Well, let's just say it wasn't very sturdy to begin with. And it's been several years since it was in use, so... And Stone just kind of looks at him, explain that, and when Clockwork finishes, he picks up and says, "Yeah, well, I doubt it'll be guarded, so it's either we get into a fight and risk dying, or we take the North Bridge and
risk dying."
Risk dying, yeah.
And I start eyeing Stone up and down.
Yeah.
And I wiggle my fingers
awful.
to talk. Yeah, I'm like, either way, you're not going to be much help in either situation, saving yourself or fighting.
Yeah, he just kind of looks at you and kind of like hangs his head. I'm sorry.
Well, killing people is always easier than walking across deadly bridges. You know my vote.
I look at you dumbfounded. Like,
I just nod seriously.
I look at
Kaz.
Kaz.
With gods would probably be easier.
I look at Clockwork.
he's just like,
No, they've got a good point.
no, actually, he's like, I'm a bit apprehensive about potentially giving away our location. I mean, we didn't wash up in the river, so they've got to know that we either made it to the sewers of the main city or we made it to the sewers over here, so...
Well, let's just kill some guys and be on our way.
Nice and easy.
Like facepalm and walk out the room. Just you're fine. It's not even my voice. It's like an exacerbated like woman. It's like fine.
Someone better go after him.
Clockwork puts his finger on his nose.
Look, Rin.
I just look at him strangely.
He starts scratching like, oh, it's just an itch. No, he Stone leans down and picks up the chain. Actually, the probably it's like a 4 or 5 foot link of chain that was attached to his ankle. It's been separated. And he just kind of wraps it around his torso.
Good idea. With that, you should sink quite easily. If you've fallen.
Oh, are we going that way? I'm very confused.
I just assumed you would be going that way.
Fair enough. And he kind of... Are you still like in the doorway of the closet?
Yeah.
Okay, he just kind of like looks at you like he's just standing there like he's ready to leave, but you're standing in the doorway.
I'm just looking at him, expecting him to like say something because he's obviously standing here.
Yeah. Can I squeeze past you maybe, or just
Sure. And I just step out of the way.
Okay. He kind of skirts around you. Steps out into this main room. Oh, give me just a moment. My mother is calling me.
Oh, hello, madame.
Yes, it's I.
It's Joshua.
No, mother, I do not want French toast.
What is going on here?
What?
What is...
Hmm?
I don't know what happened. What happened?
Yes, mother. I'll take your finest
wasn't
collection of
listening.
apple juices.
Well, now you're just confusing me.
Okay, that's good. I'm confused as well. So, yeah, Stone steps out and he's kind of standing in the room. Clockwork is following him.
And I'm like right behind him.
Okay. Rin...
Looming, but
where
not,
did you go?
not following or anything.
Waiting for them outside.
Oh, okay. Kaz, did you go after Rin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Then yeah, I'm heading outside too.
Okay. You walk past Ed. He's kind of slowly walking like he's just expecting like the ground to fall out beneath him any moment, basically. He's obviously just like very cautious, I suppose. Clockwork's keeping an eye on him, and eventually they make it to the front door. And Stone's just standing in the front door, kind of like obviously debating internally whether or not he should step out of it.
Thug X eyes grabs him by the shirt and just pulls him out.
his shirt is like barely hanging on. I love the idea. You just grab his shirt and just rip his shirt off, and he's just like, oh, and he's just still standing in the door without a shirt now, and you've just got like tattered rags like in your hand.
Well, let's get going.
Oh, okay. He kind of like crosses his arms over his chest and.
I just drape like the pieces over his shoulder, like what I have left.
Hey,
kind of like
I give him the
ties him.
I
Yeah.
give him the Thieves Guild armor to put on.
Oh, you still have that? Yeah.
It's
Or
all
did you-
beaten to shit.
Yeah.
But
Oh well, did you bring it with you from when you changed
Yeah,
out of it, or is it
yeah.
'cause even if you didn't, it's like in a house, like across the street to the right a little bit. So,
yeah, but I did.
okay, yeah. So yeah, you give him that, and I'm just imagining like Kuhichio from Seven Samurai, who just wears armor with like underwear on, basically. Just a man that has no other clothes really except for rags. He's just wearing leather armor, but yeah, no, he puts it on and has his chain, and he does step out eventually. He kind of takes a very slow step out and just kind of winces, and then nothing happens. So he takes another step and onwards. From here, where are y'all leading him?
Well, with a busted rib, I'd much rather fight some dudes.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Because if we're navigating through shit, that hurts a hell of a lot more.
Well, I mean, you've got full hit points, so that's really up to you.
Right?
Yeah.
So does Rin, but I don't hear him speaking.
Well, yeah, that's different. Totally different.
Because I
I
died.
know-
That's because he
it's
literally
different,
died. So yeah, I mean that's up to you. But yeah, I mean, where
Okay,
to the gate then?
whatever.
To the gate.
Yeah.
To the gate. So yeah, you guys kind of backtrack well, the way you already came. You know how to get to this gate at least. So you walk and you kind of come to that intersection again between this kind of large green kind of park area in front of you and to your left, and the gate to your right. And in the smaller gatehouse door to the right of that.
All right.
And then the gatehouse is there's a door that leads outside, right?
Yeah, it leads
Yep.
to the other side of the large gate.
Yeah,
That's where the guards were standing. The two that you could see. So you're going to the smaller door?
Yep.
Okay. Who's going first, and are you stealthing?
Not it.
It would be best if I did not go first.
Right, I'll lead the way. And I'll 22 on stealth.
Okay. You know the door is slightly squeaky, so you can try and do what you did last time. Just kind of push it open just enough for you to get through. But
Yep.
yeah.
That's what I'm doing. 'Cause-
Okay. Yeah. So you manage to just kind of like just kind of really quickly kind of open it to where just so you can get through. And you step into this room that you stepped in before. In front of you is the door with the kind of like grated window that you saw the two guards through. Peering through it again, there still appear to be two guards just kind of standing there looking entirely bored and not super attentive.
Right, I opened the door.
Okay. How so? Quietly?
No. I'm going to Is it a pull or a push door?
It will be a push.
Alrighty. I'll first lightly jiggle it to see if it's unlocked.
It is locked.
Okay, then I'll unlock it.
Okay. Slide O hand.
19.
Yeah, that'll do it. So you kind of very quietly try and unlock this door, I suppose. Kind of jimmied open, and it appears to be ready to open.
Alright. As soon as it is unlocked, I'm going to basically... Hold on, let me check this. Okay. I'm going to burst through the door and immediately attack the guard closest, if
Okay,
they're as
yeah.
close as
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
visualizing it.
Yeah, one of them's like just outside the door, and then the other one's on the
Okay.
other side of the gate from him. So he's probably a good 20, 25 feet from you, and this one's like 10 feet. Once you step out the door, you'll be right next to him.
Actually, rather, I'm going to... Nah, I'll just attack him.
Okay, so the one closest. Okay, roll to attack.
19.
Yeah, that hits.
This is a lot of 19s.
It's like a vat of 19.
Yeah,
At that
fuck
19.
you.
Wow, I see what it is.
Okay, that did a total of 7 damage.
Okie dokie.
And I'm casting Crimson Flame Blade as a part of that.
Did you say 7?
Yeah.
Okay, still checking.
Can I be right back just real fast?
Sure.
Just a few seconds. Okay.
Is the other guard within 5 feet of this guard?
No.
Okay. Then I'll Eldritch Blast him. No, I can't do that as this. Okay. I'll just make it a Crimson Flame Blade, just to do the extra damage to this guy.
Okay.
Which it turns out to be 5 more damage.
Okay. Yeah, he looks very surprised. You know, what? 18. Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
I think with that, we'll wait for Kelsey to get back. We're gonna roll initiative. I'll give you that surprise round since you were there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, everyone who's here can go and roll if you'd like.
Seven.
Oof.
Marky mark. 6.
I got a 7 too.
Oh my god. Okay, well, we'll say Kaz goes first since he's here. Unless you two want to decide otherwise.
That's funny as shit. I was like, oh man, 7, that sucks.
So,
I'm gonna roll. Got a 3 plus 4, 7. Shit.
Very nice.
I'll roll for DM. Okay.
This is kind of the exact opposite of what we needed to happen.
Oh yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Roll initiative.
Welcome back.
What did you say?
Roll initiative. Welcome back. Roll initiative.
I heard shalom. I was
Shalom.
Like, what?
Shalom, roll initiative.
No one here is evil Spider-Man.
I'm gonna laugh if he gets the same thing.
That would be quite funny.
I'm going to guess 19.
No. That's pretty good. It's the best so far, actually.
No, that's not what I've rolled yet.
Oh.
I mean, maybe. I don't know what I got. Hold on.
Oh, Kelsey.
17.
Oh, okay.
He did 10 better than both of us.
Oh, wow.
He's sharing an
7.
initiative with the bad guys.
If we got another 7, we would have hit the jackpot, man!
I know, yeah,
Exactly.
seriously. You just would have automatically won the fight, because that's how that works.
No, we would have just gotten another level, just like that.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, we go to level 7.
Yeah, oh, of course.
No, 8. What are you talking about? 7?
Oh, yeah, 8.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely not
Yeah.
level 6. We're already level 7.
I was thinking
Yeah,
9, but
yeah.
if you guys are fine with 8, I think we can stick with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with 8.
Let's see. Okay, so I guess just to give it the rundown, because Kelsey, you're first in initiative. Unless you want the enemies to go first, but I figured I'd just give you first. You just see Kaz kind of sneak through the door, this first door. Are either of you two peeking in after him while he does this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He just barely kind of opens the door so that he can fit through. So you see him get to this next door, shake a little bit, lockpick it, and then kick it open and run out and start attacking a guy.
Okay, I immediately barge out too.
Through the other door, and just
like I imagine Rin kind of like peeking around and me standing behind him, peeking over his head,
Yeah.
and then like I just shove him to the side and run through.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
in my head, it's like we were doing it around the door. So me and you were both like holding onto the door. You see him do that, and you throw the door open that I'm holding onto, and I go, "Ah!"
Oh my god. You just fling, like Rin's just holding onto the door, and you fling it open, and he just goes with it.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, so you run out, and you see one guard is, like, being attacked by a red crimson flame blade, and he looks entirely surprised. The other guard is already ready to attack Kaz until he sees you. There's 2 of them. What would you like to do?
Draw my great axe.
Okay.
I don't know if you have enough time. It takes a while to draw an axe.
That's true.
Do you even have a writing?
I'll
Not
give
the
you
way
your
Thogak
free action
draws it,
to like retrieve a pencil and paper, like quill and parchment, whatever.
Like
method.
Thogak would just draw a stick and a misshapen circle.
It's like a triangle, like axe. Yeah. Okay. So all right, there's one. Let's see. Keegan's in the space, basically at the door. Like, so he's right inside the door frame. You can get around him. So you can essentially be to the right of this guy, 5 feet, or above you, 10 feet. You'll be. No, it's 15 feet. Sorry. So if you move up 15 feet, you'll be fucking at the guy, the other guard. Basically, there's a gate. One of them's they're on the left and right of it. Kaz is attacking the one right outside the door, who's on the. If you're looking at the gate to the left.
Yeah. I think. I'm going to run through to the other guy.
Okay. Do you? If you kind of come out to the right, you can. I think you can just get to him with your movement and avoid attack of opportunity from the guard that cast
My
attack.
movement is 40 feet.
40 feet. Oh, you can do it in. So you're gonna kind of move around him so you don't get attack of opportunity, um, which isn't really hard. So yeah, you are at the other guard.
And where are we? Are we in a room or?
No, this is you're now standing in the open. There are buildings on either side of what you imagine to be the bridge. It doesn't look much like a bridge because there are buildings lining it, but you're kind of standing in the middle of this long street that runs. At the end of the street, you could see the basically where the door is for the Drunken Owl.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Let me.
And
Fuck. I can send this back. I fucking forgot to send your guys' thumbnail again, and it's literally got the bridge in it that you're standing on. So that seems like a good idea right now.
is there any way I can stand and be within 5 feet of both of them, both the enemies?
Not 5 feet. You can be
Not 5
within
feet.
10
Okay.
feet of one of them if you're 5 feet from the other.
Okay.
They're 15 feet apart.
All right.
Okay, let me send this picture. So yeah, in this picture, you guys are on the other side of this kind of tan-topped building. You're in between it and the building on the other side of it. Once I send the picture, which does not appear to be nothing. Come on, there it is. All right. So, I have a, insider information that you're going to attack him with your axe.
Real fast. Apparently, Bear has started a party.
Oh. Hey, Keegan, you starting other parties? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to. Rage. Whoa.
Shadow Legends.
Rage,
Yeah, Rage
Shadow.
Shadow Legends. And yeah, I'm going to attack this second guy with reckless attack.
Ooh, yes. Do it.
But also, anyone within melee range of this guy has advantage on melee attacks.
Against you. Or him.
No, against him.
Oh, okay.
And I also have attack rolls against you have advantage until next turn.
Mm-hmm, yeah. You're the only one next to him as of now.
I
So Ren
rolled
does.
a 19.
Yeah, that hits him.
Plus 7, so
Hey,
yeah.
roll again. See if you get a 20.
He hit.
I do get advantage.
Oh, you get advantage,
No,
yeah.
I rolled
That's
an
the whole
8.
point of reckless attack.
That's right.
Yeah. And it doesn't give me any extra damage, right?
No, reckless attack just makes it easier for you to hit and be hit.
Okay. So then,
But raging makes it do more damage.
yeah, plus 2, right?
Yeah.
For my level,
This
I think.
level? Yeah.
So for my first swing, 8 damage.
Okie dokie, sorry, give just 1 second. 8 damage. Got it?
Well, actually, 10 with the plus 2.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to attack again.
Alrighty. Give it to me. Him.
and-
Give it to him.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me now. 1 second. As soon as I can figure out how to do this again. There we go. 24.
Yeah, that hits.
$17 damage.
17 damage. Holy fork. fuck, I had a fucking brain fart. Okay, yeah. I'm like, I think I can go. Okay, yeah. You get a good fucking solid slice out of this guy with your great axe. Okay. Is that in your turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty. They go next, so he is immediately gonna start fighting back at you. I just imagine this guy's like, oh my god! Ah! So he's just gonna kind of attack right back at you. 20 not natural.
Yeah.
Attack.
He gets advantage as
Actually,
well.
that's a great point. Yeah, okay. 20 not natural.
Bye, Bear.
Bye, Bear. Well, we're gonna keep going with this and see if he rejoins by the time it's his initiative. Because he and Mark are sharing an initiative. Yeah, so you can just go first. That's my thoughts exactly. Alright. So, is that plus 4? Okay. 7 piercing.
Which is
Halved
resisted
to,
to 4 or 3?
It'd be 3.
Yeah.
On his first attack.
So,
His second attack, he misses with the. Well, he just gets 1 at advantage, right?
Nope. Every attack.
Every attack? Thank God he rolled a natural 1. Okay, he rolled a 17. Does that.
That hits.
Yeah, okay.
You need tanks,
minimum
not,
damage?
not AC tanks.
I don't even know. I mean, if he gets 1, or it'd be 3 piercing, or 4 piercing, sorry. So 2. And that is his turn.
That's all you could do?
He's just looking at you like, oh my fucking god, oh my fucking god, oh my fucking god! Just even his stabbing, just like, ah! Ah! So, yeah. Next one is going to be... Oh, this is... Okay, we'll wait up for Bear because he was going to attack Keegan, because it's the one that Keegan attacked. So he's back online. We'll see if he rejoins. Say that again.
Awesome. I'm fucking useless.
You haven't tried using your flute.
I know. Well, I did. I used the flute as the
Oh
as
yeah,
the spell
with
focus
the,
when I cast it. Because that's what because you didn't get to use it as a spell focus. Is what it's for.
Okay.
I don't get to use components when I have an instrument.
Yeah, that's right.
But I still need the verbal and somatic. Which means on my turn, if I use minor illusion to cast a spell, there is only 2 spells I can cast on the same turn with it.
Yeah.
Healing Word and Hex.
Well, hey, Hex is helpful.
Not on the same turn you cast fucking minor illusion to cast it.
That's true. Forget you get Hex, but I know why.
I got Hex because I'm a Warlock Initiate.
Initiate, yeah, or Initiate, yeah. Well, actually, we'll use this time. We're waiting for him to look up something real quick.
By the way, I did get Tasha's Cauldron, so that is all available to us now.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I'm glad. You guys need to look at some of that shit.
Yep. That's why I was reading off the magic tattoos and whatever. I was like, oh wow, okay.
I want the tattoos of Claw for my fighter. for Celica 2 because all I can imagine is using partial expansion jutsu.
Hmm.
Uh, so what happens? Like, I know the Thunder Wave spell can like knock someone out of a grapple, right? But what if?
Yeah. Well, no. Thunderwave can move someone, and if someone's grappled to him, the person grappled to them has the option to move with them or let go.
It says the condition ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler or grappling effect, such as when the creature is hurled away by the Thunderwave spell.
Oh,
Um, so
okay.
the grapplee can cast Thunderwave and free himself.
Hmm.
But um, if the grapplee, or say the grappler, grab grabbed somebody,
Mm-hmm.
held them close to a wall, and activated Thunderwave, I think that would be crazy stuff.
That would
Not
be pretty cool.
mechanically, but in real life.
Mechanically, the way it used to work in older editions is for every 5 feet of movement you couldn't move, you took like a d6 of damage.
Oh, I
Hmm.
remember that for some reason. Um, huh. It doesn't say anything about it on Thunderwave now, but I could swear I remember reading that.
No, it wouldn't be on Thunderwave. It'd be somewhere like for like movement,
Oh,
forced
okay.
movement or something. Yeah, no, I didn't mean it like that, but I meant like I didn't mean Thunderwave in older editions. I meant like forced movement in older editions. If something
Yeah,
pushed you 30 feet and you could only move 10, you would take like damage for each like 5 feet you couldn't move or 10 feet.
gotcha.
I can't remember off the top of my head if they have something like that in 5e.
I remember reading it, but I don't know.
I want to debate something with you guys, or
I want
All
to
right,
discuss.
well,
debate
feel free
you.
to debate. I'll just be sitting here.
It really depends on something, though. Rin, while we're waiting, give me an intelligence, just a free. I guess just a
Intelligence.
modifierless
Oh
roll, because you
boy.
just +0, but better than nothing.
So, is Mark rolling the intelligence, or is Rin
It's
roll?
for Rin, because I'm reading
But
something
who's
here,
rolling?
and I just want to make sure. I don't know. I guess thematically it occurs to Rin. Um, it seems I thought it already had, but we'll see.
15.
Yeah, 15. Okay.
Minute Man.
So I'm looking at the classification of verbal for spells. Uh, and basic rules, as written, says this: most spells require the chanting of mystic words for verbal.
Most people, hold on. Most people use raw. Josh uses bra.
What?
Basic rules as written.
Oh my god. This is from the basic rules. But verbal. Most spells require the chanting of mystic words. The words themselves aren't the source of the spell's power, rather the particular combination of sounds with specific pitch and resonance. Uh,
hmm
so, I think it might occur to Rin to try and use the flute as the verbal component, as well as the casting. Whatever it was, I can't remember.
Now, I will say these are the exact words I used,
Yeah.
and the reasoning that made sense to me was that bards need to be taught specifically how to actually use music and stuff to cast the same spells.
Yeah.
Whereas if you remember like a chant, it's much easier than being able to weave your own. That's Keegan. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah.
And I apparently missed the call
Yeah.
because I answered it while it was ringing still. Purple.
Nurple?
Hi. Gotcha. Alright. I will translate. Alright. So, yep. Bye. So he said oog boog ooga boog. No. He
That's not translating at all. I'm more confused than I was.
apparently some idiot ran into a power line.
Oh,
and
shit.
they're
Are they
trying
okay?
to. No idea.
Oh.
And
Well, even if they survive, there's still some idiot. So like.
our internet. I don't know which is more painful. Our internet company is having issues with their internet, so
Oh, fun.
the internet at the house keeps going out,
Okay.
and my mom's telling Keegan just to stay off the internet.
Oh.
So because she's trying to be in a meeting,
Oh, okay.
and she gets.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, we'll just say we call it there. I did just see him get back online.
He might be on his phone.
Yeah, that could. Well, I'll give it a second to see if he rejoins. But anyways, continue with what you were saying because I'm interested.
Right. And what was I saying?
Chanting versus creating your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even remember where I was going with this.
Because bards have to be taught. I'm just trying
Yeah.
Yeah.
to say things.
Restate. Yeah, bards have to be taught to do magic through their instruments. Something along those lines. Difference between
We're
chanting.
trying to
and-
figure out if
Yeah.
a flute works or not.
Well, basically, you're used to having your voice all the time for say singing or whatnot, for your songs or saying whatever. So it would be a little bit of a transition to switch over to using only your flute if it was possible.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying there won't be a learning curve, but well, I mean, it might be worth a shot, I suppose.
Yeah. That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
I rolled a joint this whole time, and I just lost it somewhere. Like, where the fuck did
It's
it
in
go?
your shoe.
Well, Mark, if that doesn't tell you, if that doesn't tell you something.
No, I am not even high right now. Is the thing. That's why I rolled it.
Oh,
Your
God.
pumpkin stole it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Hey, Mark, it's because you rolled a nat 1. You rolled to roll.
Oh,
Yeah. It just didn't pan out, I guess.
Except you rolled a nat none.
I rolled a nat none.
He rolled a nat.
I'm gonna
Wait,
put down
where'd
my
it go?
headset
Fuck.
real quick and look.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Yeah, get up and look for it and shit. So
Oh boy.
Keegan ate all my pulled pork.
Wow, how dare he?
Yeah, I mean it was like a whole fucking 6 pounds.
That's 6 pounds. That's like heavier than Keegan is. Like, how does that even work?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know where he puts it all.
that's somewhere.
Either way, if he's going to stay the same weight regardless, he doesn't need to eat that much.
But he ate 6 pounds of pulled pork, and he lost weight. How does that work?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like he's not coming back.
Yeah.
His
So that-
PlayStation probably just reconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom was telling him to get off the internet quite harshly, so.
Oh yeah. Well. In that case, we will.
I found it. My
Oh.
chair was eating it.
Oh.
It's a mimic! It's a mimic!
Go to the chair.
Ah! Ah! Oh yeah!
It's a mimic. It just
So-
wants to get high.
Chairs just don't wanna get high.
Hi.
Oh.
Chairs just wanna get. That's all they really want. To get high. Sitting on by some guy, so chairs they wanna get high. Oh, chairs just wanna get high.
I'm
Is
glad
it
I haven't
still
ended.
recording?
Oh yeah. I'm glad I haven't ended the stream yet.
I forgot you recorded.
Oh yeah. So you were saying, Mark? Don't let me stop you. Oh my goodness. That's very rich. Oh man. Well,
Shit, you guys have one of my improv songs caught on tape now.
I am now ending the stream. Oh